Alright, Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I'm going to be doing a new campaign. This is a pretty cool game. It's very reminiscent of Rule of the Waves 2, if you've ever played that indie. This is very basic. I've owned this game for 2 years, and they've just added the campaign. It's got a lot of room to grow. Not sure when they're planning on being done. This is a company that takes their time. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I wouldn't expect it to be released next year or anything crazy like that. But playing the campaign's been pretty fun. I'm going to run through the German 1890 campaign. Starting year 1890, normal, historical, create my own fleet. Start the campaign. And I picked create my own fleet. You can see up in the upper left-hand corner, that's what the British are starting with. 7 battleships, why not? 15 heavy cruisers, 24 light cruisers, and 28 torpedo boats. Our finances, we got 23 million naval budget per month. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things here. I'm going to increase our dock size, so it'll be 10,500 tons. It's going to take a year and a half. That maxes out the Battleship 1 size tonnage. There's really no reason to go above that unless you get the next size battleship. Crew training, I found that maxing that out, and transport capacity, maxing that out. Transport capacity, you see where it tells you can get a GDP bonus if you go over 100. I'm finding that you get about a quarter, 25% if we get up to 200%. So it's not a 1-for-1, but every little bit helps and is better than getting less. Also, tech budget, it's right now the game isn't fleshed out enough for you to research tech from zero to the end. So this doesn't really do a lot for us. If we look at research, control stations, that adds a little bit. Hull protection, torpedo 1 protection, that's like a pretty big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and you get 3 free priorities to add. And you can see that basically cuts the time in half. Internals protection, a little bit of ship repairs for flooding, which isn't that big of a deal. Torpedo size, on the other hand, we're going to go ahead and get that. All these down here are all work in progresses. I haven't seen any of these do actually anything, so don't worry about those. Turret mechanisms, that gives us a little bit more speed, so I'm not going to worry about that. Ooh, hull strengthening. There we go. So this would give us a new hull. So we're going to go ahead and do that one. Alright. So there's a couple that I'd like to get. Engines. Getting the triple expansion steam engine would be good. And all the rest of them still don't have enough for us to see what's going on with that, so that's about it. Alright, on to ship design. New design. we're going to start out with battleship. Maxed out at 9,000 tons is what the Germans start at. In the full campaign, whenever it gets put in, having range so that you can send ships to your colonies or attack other people's colonies is going to be a thing you need to consider. But right now, that's not even a thing, so I just crank all my ranges down to minimum. With the battleship, I like to have as many bulkheads as possible. And crank the crew quarters up one. Going to change the armor. And we're going to add an underwater protection citadel. Alright, main tower. So I'm just going to start putting the towers on. I need to try to balance the weight as much as possible. All of my ships, I like to have torpedo launchers. 4 torpedo launchers. In this period of history, torpedoes rule everything. You get hit with a torpedo, you're in trouble. Funnels. That's no good. Let's go small. Can't move those back at all.
What can't you move? Why? Oh, what's going on?
I'm building a ship. That's what I'm doing. I'm talking into my microphone like a doof. I'm trying to balance the weight on this battleship, but I can't move my smokestacks back any further. I'm gonna put the smallest guns. let's look at cutting some weight. Alright, we're gonna leave this like that. The Württemberg. We got 2 dual 9-inch guns, 10 4-inch guns, 10 3-inch guns, and 4 torpedoes. And running at 19.5 knots, it's pretty freaking fast for the ship of this period, especially a battleship with decent protection. So, save design. Next design is going to be armored cruiser, and again, start out with torpedo tubes. I think I liked running the 7-inch guns off this. Fast firing, and for cruiser battles are gonna do just fine. Let's change some stuff here. Yeah, get the range down. Bring up the crew to standard. Oh yeah, 26 knots of speed is gonna be a little bit more than we want. And again, I'm running Better protected through bulkheads, but lesser armor and faster ships is kind of what I like. So, Atlantis class, design saved. New design, light cruiser. Shorten the range, torpedo launchers. I think last I ran out this, I just did a whole bunch of 4-inch guns. Strasbourg running .25 or 21.5 knots, maximum bulkheads. I think that'll do for that. And lastly, torpedo boats. New design, torpedo boat. I like putting dual on there. And one main gun. Plenty of weight. Let's see how much speed we can get out of this. .3 knots. That's pretty good. Save design. Alrighty. I've got my research picked out. I got my finances set. Let's see. How much money do I've got? I've got 33.6 million. So 4 battleships would be 12 million, leaving me with 21. That's gonna add up to $1 million if I get one of these in a pair. So 10 million, 16, 12, 23. So four heavy cruisers, 4 battleships, 16 light cruisers, 16 torpedo boats roughly. Let's see how that works out. Oop, a little short on money. 14 torpedo boats. Alright. I can hit the screen and do a shift left click to select them all. I'm going to just send them all to Williamshaven, even though they won't all fit in Williamshaven. I'm also going to put them all in sea control when they get built. Crew. All right, so start campaign. So the British have a little bit of A little
Well, did you
bit.
get your smokestacks right?
I did get my smokestack right. Now I'm looking at the British starting out with a 2-to-1 advantage, which is terrible.
Guess what? You're already German?
I am German.
No.
I'm just doing work for the Kaiser.
Sounds very imperialistic of you.
Hey, I'm late to the party.
Now, to be fair, I think Japan's more late to the party than anybody else.
Eh.
They didn't get the memo that it crossed the threshold at what point that's starting to be frowned upon.
Well, give them credit. They kept it up for another 20, 30, 50 years. From 1890. 55 years?
Well, nobody kept it better than the fucking United States.
Well, we just didn't take countries. We just took their resources and made them think we were the good guys.
Ish.
All right, turn 1. Oh, hooray! We are blockaded. God, it's all those heavy cruisers that they have. Alright, I got everybody set to sea control. Let's see what kind of battles they're giving us. Battle. Here we go. 4 cruisers versus our 5 cruisers. We can start whittling them down. So... the Atlantis. Nice, nah. Steer. Against a bunch of unwashed British ships. Let's go. So, one of the things in this game is that the skyline looks pretty good, but it never changes. So, it always looks the same regardless of what the weather is. So, put your mouse over here, you see that it's daytime, day, and then all those minuses. It's stormy, strong gale, waves. We're going to have real crappy viz. They'll put up, like you can see, enemy smoke spotted to the west. That's a relative term. I like to just click on AI control for a second, and that'll change the course. I don't look at it as cheating so much as that the AI can see where the smoke should be if the game engine was currently set to a lattice
You call
C.
bullshit on that fucking ease gun and wire? That's bullshit.
Well, you should call bullshit on that.
That was a clean 3.
You need more practice
I
than
really
the
need to catch
F-14.
it.
Way more practice.
So do you.
Alright, you crank the time up to 10. There's a couple things I don't like
Correct.
way about how the current thing is, and as soon as we spot our first ship, I'll point out what they are. I don't mind identifying the ship, and you can see what kind of guns and things like that, and I guess when they get politics and inner war stuff where you can have spies steal plans, but it lets you see what the actual ammo count is in real time, which is kind of terrible. Like, I shouldn't know that a ship has 4 torpedoes or 8 torpedoes or 12 torpedoes on board. Like, if it's got 4 tubes, I should know that they have 400 rounds for their main gun or 800 rounds for the main gun. Like, how would I know that and actually see that they've got 600 left or 200 left? These guys must be running from us. Boy, I would think at 20 knots we would be outrunning their early cruisers. Other commands up here, you can see our time left. We're running at speed. Ooh, speed dropped to 0.5 or times 5. So we were at times 10. Once we start getting so close to the enemy, the speed will automatically drop, even though we can't see them. I am going to set our torpedoes. We can turn our torpedoes off, fire only at high probability, normal probability, or fire at any in range. I'm going to go to save. I like using that setting. Oh, there we go. What do we got here? Running at normal speed for a second. At 100% identification, I'll be able to see what guns and stuff they have on here, but they got, I don't know, what are those, 10, 11 inch? They look kind of big. Going back to times 5. Alright, well, 8-inch guns, 4-inch guns, 3-inch guns, 3-inch guns. no torpedoes, so that's going to be fun for us. We just need to get in torpedo range and then sink a bunch of cruisers. Attaching all these guys and flanking them out. The range is closing pretty quickly. Some structural damage in the front, not too bad. I haven't hit him at all. Their maximum speed's only 16 knots. That's amazing. They've got an extra inch of armor or so, but that's fine. Speed's down 2 times 3. Torpedo range. Fish in the water. Oh, Jesus. That wasn't good. Tell that guy to retreat. because that was bad. They're doing here. I'm gonna like this exchange. this should just about do it. Alrighty. I don't want to escape, but that's fine. I don't feel like chasing him down. And that's kind of what we needed to help balance that freaking blockade. Let's see how this goes. I gotta sink 5 transports. The R's on here means they're reinforcing a reserve, so they won't be in the battle at the start. Let's see how our light cruisers do, and let's see what their light cruisers are made out of. Tighten up the formation a smidge. Torpedoes I'm going to turn off for right now. And it is daytime, nighttime. Clear, calm, calm. It'll be really nice when they get the skybox effects right for stormy and night and all that. Alright, we're down to ×5. We've got to be getting close. This game's got a lot of potential, especially if they get the campaign up and running. Japan, China, Great Britain, the United States, Germany, Austria-Hungary, Russia, Italy, Spain. Oh, here we go. Closing on transports, and there was a total of 5 of them. I have to sink 100% of them as part of the victory conditions. But what I found also is if you sink all of the military ships, regardless if there's transports still on the map or not, the the scenario automatically ends. Oh, and here comes rounds from someplace. Over here. Over here. Oh, I wonder if these transports have guns on them. Do they? 3-inch guns. That's terrible. Oh, and here we go. Alright, so we're going to change targets and go right for this. Yeah, there's... That is an ugly looking ship. They have torps. Detach this guy. Oh, that's not what I wanted you to do. Yeah, see, I know that he's only got one torpedo left.
What you wanted to do? Not die?
I not want to die. That is not me.
Is it back to the shipyard?
I didn't want him to shoot his torpedo at the tanker. Oof. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I guess I win. Well, that was a good first turn.